Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Hunter x Hunter. 2.5 months later since we last watched.
Hopefully there should be no change for you.
And yeah, let's get right into it. We're entering a new part of the story. You can check out our discussion that we actually ourselves just recorded before watching this. So you can go check that out. And yeah, we discussed the first little bit with Kite and everything. And hopefully there's no more life interruptions, because goddamn, it's been way too long since we watched. We just rewatched the last episode just to get re-caught up and everything. Are you excited?
Yes.
Let's check it out. Leave a like and subscribe. Hunt for your dream in the comments section.
Or on patreon.com.
Or on patreon.com.
/BOLDcast.
Where you can find copyright-free, not putting the title in any of our Patreon stuff to make sure that Viz doesn't completely obliterate our livelihood. Hope you enjoy. Let's go. Support the official release. Promise X and X reunion. The punitive force. Killua with the new drip as well.
He's always got a new outfit.
Looking like a hipster from 2010.
Or we use the skills that Zepile taught us, and we make convincing fakes.
What a great arc. The forgery arc.
Zepile just rolls back in, hey guys.
It was erased. Why?
Nice hair. All the other people in the background. They're just like, what the hell? How's she even storing that without all the sugar just flying out? It's me making coffee.
Yeah. They're just so lost. It's like, so what?
Getting
where
a
do
whole
we?
life story.
Where do we
that
go?
That she beat them. Okay.
Okay. What is she then?
I don't remember any of those.
What?
I said I don't remember what any of the things are because it's been like months.
For the water divination?
Yeah.
It's overflow, I think, is enhancer.
Okay.
I think.
That sounds...
Or no. I can't remember.
It sounds right to me, but who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. One month. They barely got told anything. Seems like cheating. This guy looks like he's in JoJo. I was gonna say, at least it'll be easy to find him.
He's a beast hunter. Yeah, everyone's like, what? I love how they're already like, okay, the game's on, and they're just like already theorizing.
His name's Knuckle, but not for like punching things, just for being a knucklehead.
Are they in a maid cafe?
The food looks like really basic but really good. Like the sandwiches.
Apparently that's how it is in maid cafes.
Fair enough.
Is it just me, or is Killua really weirdly drawn this episode in a lot of shots? Like he's...
I haven't been noticing. I mean, fair enough.
See, going with the inspirational words, with seeing the real situation they're facing.
This, I was just gonna say this, that like Killua is in a way right of like, if you are going up against someone that you might only defeat, that you think you could probably only defeat like once or twice out of 100 times, it's like you could win, but you're better off just leaving or else you'll probably just die. Even if it's just because you think, like, you have already made that assumption, that'll get you killed just as well as anything. So you might as well leave. But the whole thing with those other guys, with Netero and those two other guys, it's like, they also have a point of, like, you can't just preemptively decide you have to just go in there and, like, believe that you can win. But Gon and Killua are not strong enough to have that belief that they will win every single time because they've just been beaten too many times. They haven't boosted up their strength enough that they just like have that experience of like winning. They are confident in their own abilities, that they know enough to be able to defeat the unknown.
Exactly. It's about being able to defeat. Yeah, because you like Gon said, they're not going to know. They're not going to be able to do weeks of research on every ant they fight in NGL. So, you know, it's trying to, you know, strategize too much. It's you won't have that luxury. So,
it's like, yeah, they both kind of have a point, but Gon is right that they need to just boost up their strength overall so they can be good for anything. Not worry too much about this particular fight. They just need to take this opportunity.
This is a means to an end. Yeah.
That is too long. New hairstyle. I wasn't expecting her to come back.
Her power. Bisky's back.
I'm excited. I love her new hairstyle and her new outfit as well.
Us.
She looks like she's in the winter special.
Mm-hmm.
Bisky, you have no idea.
She's about to. What's going on in the castle? It looks like more craggly, like they've been adding to it.
Probably. Into the freezer.
Mm-hmm. She's preserving him for some reason. I love Bisky so much.
Well, you're going to be in better condition then. Classic.
They don't have a time limit anymore, or like stuff to wait for, stuff to like meet deadlines exactly. At least not as strict of one. We're not in peak condition right now. If you didn't hear the story, just try immediately. No rest. What?
You won't have time to sleep. Oh yeah, that's really gonna help with this training. No rest. It's fucking... I love how they're just like, no one is dumb enough to do that seriously. He was literally doing it seriously. Do not hurt this dog, or I swear to God.
He's a beast hunter. Picking up his poop.
That little dog's so cute too. You could. They were just already out. Just the Sailor Moon intro.
just so many. Pink relief?
Aww.
Oh my God.
Maybe you need one of those magical massages.
Yeah.
Relax you a little bit. She's just like, eh?
I love how unfazed she is. Just like, I mean, I understand that you have your own circumstances. She actually did wake them up and tell them. And he's just so reassuring and confident. What the fuck? She's just so charmed by him instantly.
Yeah, good question. By a month, there's going to be a whole other... The info is going to completely change within a month. Ooh.
Killua wasn't fucking around.
Nope.
それが本当ならハンターは誰一人太刀打ちできないと。わしが熱使いで最強だったのは半世紀昔の話じゃよ。今じゃお主らとどったところじゃろう。
Very humble.
それならば十分にお強い。自信をお持ちください。いいかかもしれんのにか。年は取りたくないの。口の減らない人だ。でもやるんでしょ。ごめんこぶりたいがな。 やらずに済めばそれに越したことはない。わしらの標的は女王のみじゃ。
If you can sneak in or like distract the guards away.
The N.
It's out of control.
Is
They're
that
lucky they
Pitou's
just
N?
yeah.
Must be.
I think so.
Yeah. It's like not a sphere.
Yeah, it's like kind of well that maybe is like maybe because it's not as like refined. It's just like
It's
the
not training.
natural. It's just like kind of like
Chaotic.
coming around, and that's lucky that they stopped outside of it because like if they did what Kite did and just walked into it
Accidentally wandered
and then
into,
it's just
yeah.
you're just done. And I like that as well, how he just immediately is like, yep, Killua is completely 100% right. I don't want to mess with this. I'm old, and even though I'm really strong, I like, yeah.
You like he was doing that like.
You're
this
just like
thing.
really like.
Do you know who else did that?
I don't remember.
Hisoka.
Oh yeah.
In the hunter exam.
Now I remember that.
Fighting Pitou.
I was saying it's so funny how the like Killua's like, we have to be ready for anything. We can't just take this time to like observe the other guys. And then these guys go in and they're like, okay, we're gonna take 2 months to observe them.
It's also interesting. They're not like they, you know. I'd like to avoid a fight if possible. Let's just kill the queen.
I mean, it is for the best because like they're trying to do it with the least number of people possible because like they said, the more bodies that they get of, you know, Nen users, especially high tier ones like Kite,
more they can get
Kite
fed
is really
to the
good than the better it is for them, and then the stronger the king's gonna be, and then if the king comes out, then, you know, could be game over. So
if Pitou is stronger than Netero, and the king gets born, they're fucked.
yeah,
They are fucked.
especially
they're
because
dealing with.
Pitou is just 1 out of 3. You know, like there's 2 other ones,
And those are presumably going to be weaker than the king, depending.
yeah, but they could be stronger than Pitou if like. Oh, that was the first one, and then there's more, or they might just have different jobs and be able and like be good. Like maybe Pitou is gonna be like the guard one, and then like the one that stays here, and then the other ones are gonna like do some other shit, or like one's gonna be like right next to the king or right next to the queen, or so, you know what I mean? Like they might have different jobs and stuff. So it's pretty sketchy, and to try to break in there just to get the queen, that's asking for a lot. It's kind of gotten past that at this point. Like before the royal guards, you could have had a chance of sneaking in there because all of the other ants were, especially before they had Nen, were like relatively weak.
Yeah.
Like if these guys rolled up when this like when Kite was there, then they could have probably just gone through and dealt with it, but they didn't, and now it's really escalated.
Exterminate. Giant pipe.
Ooh. It's like Psy, but with smoke.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I forget if he is a conjurer, an emitter, or what he is, but it's an interesting ability. We need to sneak in.
Let's just do this. Yeah.
Let's send in a wave
right
of fake
in front
enemies.
of us.
ここまで入ってきたら排除すればいいだけ。
それもそうだね。
Not one of the guards.
知れないし。あれ？僕声出してた。
いいや、そう思ってるような気が。
ところで君誰？
女王直属軍団長の一人、シャウ
Shia Poof. Like Shia
モン
LaBeouf.
フューキンをもうすぐ目覚
Meant to you be.
なるほど。君がシャワープ。
Do people just call him Poof?
Yeah.
みんなわかっちゃうんだね。なんだっ
そう思われても仕方ない。
け。でも目覚めるね。いいこと聞いた。僕ね、自分の能力どんなにしようか、ちょっと迷ってたんだ。
Still choosing.
Interesting.
そうだよ、簡単なことだった。修理すればいいんだ。そういう力にすればいい。
Be able to resurrect shit?
そうすればまた君とあの夢のような時間を一
It's freaky.
Royal Guard number 2.
こんなんじゃキメラアントどころかタックルとシュートでもないよ。
Just over in the corner, like freaking out.
諦めるのかい？誰が諦めるか。俺たちはどんなことをしたってわけならないんだ。カイトを助けるために。
I love how Bisky kind of knows that they're extra badass, but she's still like she
Yeah.
taunts them as if they're like it would normally take you years to do what Netero is trying to do, but she secretly kind of knows
Yeah.
that they're really good. What do you think? Any
Good.
closing thoughts?
I did what you're saying with Bisky as well. Like how, well, it's also that just to show Gon like your expectations are a little bit unrealistic. Like you're saying like, oh, he gave us a month. That means we can do it in a week. It's like, no. He gave you a month, and that is like the minimum. That is like an impossibly minimal amount of time to be doing what you're doing. So you better get it together, buddy.
What do you think about the murderous? What is that? What is that musical thing? Shia LaBeouf or whatever, whatever that is.
Thing, yeah.
What do you think of Shia Poof?
Interesting so far. Shit, what's the other one name? I suddenly forgot.
Pitou?
Yeah, Pitou. Can Pitou read Poof's thoughts?
No.
No.
Poof's
He's
ability,
like
secret ability.
I mean, with those antennas, things can just like is like extra tuned in to the sort of hive mind, or potentially just anyone that's around, maybe within a certain range. That's interesting.
We also saw Knuckle and Shoot this episode.
Yes.
Knuckle, just a complete moron.
Yeah. But picked up after the dog. That's nice, keeping the park clean.
And he's a beast hunter.
That's really nice.
But he's, yeah.
I like that. And, Shoot didn't see too much of him, I guess. He wasn't,
He did that thing with his hand where
yeah, I don't know
absorbed the...
That's interesting. I'm not sure what to think about that.
Yeah, weird
But
stuff.
we'll see.
A lot of good setup. And Palm is just getting charmed by Gon over and over again. She's over here reading Playgirl magazine or whatever the hell this is. Bisky, awesome.
Yeah.
I love how, like, Palm is like, just, she knows she's just out of her mind insane, so she's just like, listen, I don't know if I can contain myself. If they don't do what they gotta do, I can't be held responsible for what I will do. She's just like, are you threatening me? No, not like that. I mean, I will lose control of myself and murder you all.
This is a
but I don't
warning.
mean any of this. It's just business. I don't have any quarrel with you.
I'm not saying that I'm gonna do that on purpose. I'm just letting you know that that's what's gonna happen. And yeah, Pitou's power manifestation of wanting to fight Kite again so badly.
It's just so exhilarating.
Yeah.
And then I love how Nov's like we need to be silent and stealthy and infiltrate the castle, and then slowly one by one take out every single ant before they know what's coming. And then he's just like, here, Moral, take this. You know what to do. Yeah, I thought the same thing. Makes a million bunny clones and sends them into the end. It's like, what the fuck is the matter with you, bro? They had no idea we were here.
Especially since he just sent them out like directly in front of them. It wasn't like, okay, we can see the radius here, and because we have like a month to do this, I'm gonna make all these bunnies, send them out at even intervals around this area, and then they will all go in at once, so the enemy won't know our location, and it might be small enough.
But it's all dumb to begin with, because they didn't know that they were there. Like, they had no idea.
Yeah,
I wonder what the deal was with that, why they would do that. And also, it's kind of funny. It's also kind of funny that, like, Netero's just like, yep, can't beat that thing. And then they're just like, and then Nov is just like constantly like, we'll see about that.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean we'll see about that?
If you can't beat them, then none of the hunters can. Well, I haven't been the strongest in like 50 years, not gonna lie. And then Nov's just like, still trying to have these one-liners like he's like he's in a Schwarzenegger movie, and he's just like, oh well, if they're as strong, if we're about as strong as you now, then we won't have a problem. And then Netero comes back, well, you never know, it's one of those things. And then Nov like literally like in the show is just like, God, he just keeps going. Like,
yeah.
Dude, can you get?
He's like really trying to have the last word.
He's trying to leave it off on like a badass thing, and Netero's just like, I don't know, it could be anything. It's just like,
yeah, that was good.
I just love that, how Nov is just like such a tryhard, trying to be cool, trying to act tough over here.
Yeah.
And it's just not working because Netero is just clearly more attuned to their strength.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, sorry.
I love that, and I still love as well the whole like where Killua is like, yeah, we need to like really know about our enemies, and then Gon's just like, that's not going to be the case once we get over there.
Yeah.
Them over there right now. Okay, we need to really scope out the enemies and make sure we know everything about them. I think that's funny.
And then, yeah, as soon as they're talking about like, oh, that thing's pretty crazy, and then another one just appears out of like immediately as they're talking, and it's like, oh well.
Oh, with just that one.
So it was already impossible, and now there's two of them. Great.
Yeah, and that's okay, sorry, I keep trying to make the same point, but now I've fully grasped it. This is how both Gon and Killua are correct. It's like, you should be at the level that you can go into an unexpected fight not knowing what it is, but also if you have the opportunity to prepare for said fight, that's only going to be a good thing and like help you out with it. Unless you psych yourself out.
Unless there is a even more powerful being about to be born. Every second day, like, you know,
true.
And then eventually the king.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is like, ideally that is the best. In this situation, I'm kind of 50-50 because they're like, oh, the earliest prediction is in 2 months, and I'm like, well, I mean, you can predict that all you want, but this is an unprecedented situation. The normal timeline of like maybe the other chimera ants, like ants that you have been researching, may not hold up to now infuse with humans
and all
every single other animal
ever. They take the genes
ever.
of all these other creatures, right?
Like we don't fully know, especially since this whole thing hasn't been going on for that long, and they have already created an entire society, gained like emotional sentience, and pillaged this country.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
like
2 months seems exceptionally generous to me, and I would give it like a week maximum, even if like the earliest prediction from scientists was 2 months.
And by the way, the chief researcher into them is dead. He died.
He literally died.
So like, you know, you're only getting second. I mean, the other researchers were all really good as well, obviously. So, but yeah, it's I think honestly in the show, I think the 2 months is like more of a for us type thing. Like it's more supposed to be for us. Like this is their general time period. Might be quicker. Might be around
something
that.
Could happen at any second, then they'd have to react, but you know.
Yeah, I think that it's setting us up. I think the point of them saying that is to set you up for, okay, we have prep time. We have a time to set the stage, and this is going to be a big conflict.
Yeah.
Not just like a couple fights.
It's too bad you couldn't just, like, that. I mean, this is a very horrible thing, and I don't know why I thought about this, but, like, if you could just put a bunch of people that were, like, poisoned into there, and then the ants could eat them, and then they could get poisoned.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy.
Like, you know, like an ant trap where you, like, they like take the food back to their nest, and then
This
they all
is why
die.
they were developing
Yeah.
COVID in a lab, was specifically for the chimera ants to attack. They were preparing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why COVID exists, is because of this specific situation. They were anticipating the chimera ants crawling out of our
Coming
TV
in,
screen.
exactly.
Leave a like and subscribe, and check out Patreon for more Gatherer X Gatherer. See you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.